All right, we are live on YouTube. I know Lena was having issues with her connection. I guess there was a major accident close to her office. So as she was here, she signed out, but she hadn't made it back in yet. We'll just send her a text to check.
Can you guys hear me?
We can.
Excellent.
We're just waiting for the second siren to go off.
Thank you.
And we should be good.
All right. I am currently conducting meeting by phone. I'm having some internet issues here at the office. I apologize. We're going to open with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Fiscal Officer, can you call the roll, please?
Trustee Sword, Trustee Sear, Trustee Jessberger.
Here.
Here.
All right. Administrator Huffman.
Here.
Chief of Police. I'm sorry, Chief of Fire.
Here.
Chief of Police.
Here.
Superintendent of Public Works.
Here.
All right, I'm going to make a motion to accept the agenda with flexibility.
I'll second.
Trustee Sierra, Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes. Our next meeting will be Wednesday, January 6th, 2021 at 12 p.m. I'm going to make a motion to approve the December 2nd meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Trustee Sierra, Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sword.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. I'm going to make a motion to approve the December 9th special meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Trustee Sierra, Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sword.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Going to make a motion to approve the 2021 temporary appropriations.
I'll second.
Trustee Sierra, Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sword.
So just a little discussion, if we may.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't pick up on this yesterday, but we have a new line item in the general for motor vehicles.
Are you talking about 2021s or 2020?
2021, I think that's what the chair said we were on. Is that correct?
Yes.
2021's temporaries?
Yep.
Okay. So it's a 13750 motor vehicles.
Correct.
So we're just making an appropriation in case we do that. I guess that's fine. I don't know. It's mixed. It's not even a conversation that has been. It's not even a conversation that has been had. It seems premature to me, but
It's worth the caution that just because the money is appropriated in a bucket doesn't mean it's been approved for that
Right.
expense. So what Trustee
Right.
Sierra is honing in on is she's seeing a new line item in next year's appropriations that would cover a code enforcement vehicle replacement. And you're just sort of reflecting back on, you didn't approve spending $40,000 on that kind of thing, but that is what the appropriations has in that line item.
It was something I had hoped to bring forth after the first of the year.
So with any appropriation, I understand the board's caution that just because money's in a bucket doesn't mean I'm green lighting going ahead and spending that money. So before a vehicle would be purchased, it would come back to the board.
okay. That was all I had.
Okay. Any other discussion? No? Okay. Roll call then for the 2021 temporary appropriations. Trustee Sierra, Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sword.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Going to make a motion amending the 2020 permanent appropriations.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I'm sorry. Did we just receive that one?
It's in a email. I sent it out before the special meeting, December 9th.
Okay, that one. Okay,
Yes.
I gotcha.
I didn't get my ducks in a row.
That's okay. It was me too. I was looking at today's email, so I'm good. I've seen that one.
It confused me too. It's okay.
Yeah, and the purpose of amending this year's perms was to catch the bonus that was approved at the last board meeting, because the board said to pay all that out of the general fund. So, okay. Now we'll do the roll call. Trustee Sierra, Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sword.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. I'm going to move on to number 9, motion to amend the Personnel Policies and Procedure Manual, replacing General Election Day with Juneteenth on June 19th.
I'll second. So just by way of a little discussion and explanation, this sort of, it came out of a conversation Administrator Huffman and others that I've had that when we made a change before about holidays, we ended up taking a look at General Election Day as a potential holiday, which left us with 3 in November. So we thought that this change would help us spread that out a little bit better for folks.
Okay, you ready for the roll call?
Yes, please.
Okay, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to make a motion to amend the Personnel Policies and Procedure Manual annual credit card limits to the following annual limits. Fiscal Officer, $45,000. Fire Chief, $35,000. Police Chief, $30,000. Public Works Supervisor, $20,000.
I'll second.
And this one, just another housekeeping, as we try on that policy manual that was passed a few months ago, we quickly find things that aren't working, and so we're just fixing that living document along the way. These conversations, I want to thank the fiscal officer and the department heads for sort of getting together and seeing how times have changed, and the fact that we are in fact doing more online ordering than was past practice with the growth of companies like Amazon and the kind of deals they're able to get. These numbers are going to represent our actual practice a little better in the future.
And the monthly credit card statements are shared with the board. So I think in 2019, at the state level, they passed a new law. So this is kind of us just absorbing that change that happened at a higher level and then tweaking our annual amounts. Okay, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to move on to committee and team reports. And while whoever has anything to speak, I am going to try to log back on via video. So who would like to be first with committee team reports?
I can just report from our chat that we have our next market this Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. We will also have the Columbus React team there with offering Narcan. And the commodity supplemental food program boxes will be delivered Friday also.
I don't have any report for this section.
Okay, let's go ahead and move down to the township administrator.
Nothing to report.
Thank you.
For fire.
Just again, this Saturday, we will have a Santa drive through the community event, replacing our annual parade. Obviously, this will be a little different, but we're still trying to bring some holiday cheer. So we're going to have Santa on top of a fire truck starting at 9 a.m., traveling through the community. Hoping to see some kids out there waving at him as he goes through.
Nice.
That's all we have.
I'm glad to hear that. All right, Chief of Police.
Yeah, I just have a short statement. We did our annual Helpers and Heroes campaign last week. We were able to benefit 30 families here in the township, and I think a couple there in Minerva Park who assisted us this year. I think moving next year, we're going to grow this with some more folks involved. It gets bigger every year. I know we did receive a few calls after we did the program. I think Trustee Sword called as well. So we did relay to some folks that we couldn't help this year, that Salvation Army and the Marine Corps Toys for Tots program was still up and running this year. So we diverted a few folks in need to those areas as well. But that's all that I have.
Thanks.
Thanks again, Chief Jones, for, as always, putting that together and bringing a little holiday cheer. We're going to move on to Public Works. Superintendent Flegg?
Thank you. Just a quick reminder to residents that the 18th will be the last day for leaf pickup. After that, we're going to remove the leaf pickup equipment, and we'll be around early next week to pick up any brush piles that are left in the township. And after that's finished, we won't be around until April to pick up brush.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lori.
I'd also like
Code
to say,
compliance. Oh, go ahead.
just like to say that when the snow started flying this morning, the Public Works crew was out salting our roads.
Mhm.
Perfect. I know it's getting pretty nasty out there pretty fast. I think that's part of my internet issue here at the office is there was a nasty wreck down the road here. So we appreciate you guys keeping it drivable. You do a fantastic job. And it looks like code compliance does not have any new business. Do we have any appreciations?
Miss Roberta Olt called me before the meeting and would like to give some appreciation to firefighter Tyler Poe and an unnamed crew member that was with him on the medic a couple of weeks ago when she had to visit a local hospital. The guys looked her up to check in on her, and she just wanted to thank them for that.
Perfect. Excellent service as always. Any other items? All right. So I'm going to make a motion to enter into an executive session under ORC 121.22G1 to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official.
I'll second.
Trustee Sear, Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes. Now, I'm going to try to join you ladies in Teams. I do have some internet service. It's not letting me into the meeting on my laptop, but hopefully it will let me into Teams. So we shall see here very shortly.
Okay.
Trustee
luck.
Ford, would you want to do the second executive too?
Yeah,
Or
I
you
can.
want-
I can do them both at once. We already passed the first motion, correct?
Correct.
So let's just go into executive for number one, and we'll come back out and go in for number two. Not a big deal.
Perfect.
Okay. See you there.
See ya.
Thanks, everyone. We'll call you if we need you. Mr. Huffman, can you hear me okay? Yes? That's okay. I'm texting Chief Fraley. Would you text Chief Jones and ask them to reconnect to this?
Sure.
Thank you. And Trustee Sword, just wanted to remind you to keep an eye out in case you have to let her back in or something. She's going to try and connect regular, and then she's going to dial in if she has to.
Perfect. Hey, this is Matt. The trustee is wondering if you could join back in on WebEx. Okay, thanks. Chief Jones will be right here. Oh, there he is.
And Chief Fraley's making his way back to the office right now too, so we should be good. Assuming Trustee Sword has some luck.
I don't see her in the participants list. Actually, just text me. It looks like Trustee Sword will be joining us by phone again.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can.
Let me know when everybody is present, including both Fire Chief Fraley and Police Chief Mike Jones.
They are both here along with both the other two trustees and Fiscal Officer Steele.
Perfect, thank you. We are back in session at 12:40 p.m. I am going to make a motion to increase the salary for our Township Administrator, Matt Huffman, to $80,000 effective June 19th, 2020.
I'll second.
I just want to take a second to thank you, Mr. Huffman, for all of your hard work, dedication, and awesome teamwork. Since you've been here at Clinton Township, you are extremely valued.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
I got to jump on there too myself and just say thank you so much. It's a pleasure working with you.
I agree. Thank you for always being available to help teach me since I'm still learning. So it's nice to be able to turn to you and have you help me out. So I appreciate that.
Great. I appreciate the teamwork.
Ready for the roll call?
Click the wrong button. Okay, trustee Sierra, trustee Jessberger, trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
And yes,
And again, thank you very much.
absolutely.
A pleasure.
I'm going to make another motion to increase Fire Chief Brian Fraley's salary by 2% effective January 1st, 2020.
I'll second.
Again, we just wanted to extend our appreciation for everything that you have done in tackling this monster we call COVID-19, being ever so expendable when anybody needs you, going above and beyond. And we want you guys to know how much we appreciate you.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Chief.
Trustee Sierra, trustee Jessberger, trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I am also going to make a motion to increase the salary of Police Chief Mike Jones by 2% effective January 1st, 2020.
I'll second.
Again, above and beyond, you guys are all amazing. We really are lucky to have such an amazing crew. All of the efforts put into making sure the Santa presents and all of that keep happening during these crazy times we're having. The amazing amount of training you make sure our guys have so that they are well equipped, and keeping all of our township residents safe. You're very appreciated.
Yeah, I just, go ahead. You go ahead, Mike.
I'd just like to say thank you to the board. Very much appreciated and very unexpected. But I think the team here, we have a lot of people that can think outside the box, and it's been a very trying year. And I think we've got a pretty good crew here.
Absolutely.
Agreed. And I just wanted to say, for the benefit of anyone watching and our residents, I wish I could shout it from the rooftops. I say this all the time. I would throw our safety services down with anybody. And that comes from the leadership that's in place there. And I want to thank all three of you guys for the leadership that you've given this township this year, and especially during these times. And I want to point out to anybody who's not aware that January went by last year without the chiefs even asking for even a cost of living adjustment. So hence the effective date on all three of these. Mr. Huffman had the misfortune, I think, of sort of entering the township at a tumultuous time for us economically, and he was willing to sort of also, be flexible in his negotiation with us. So, we wanted to be able to go back a little bit and say thank you for that. So, thanks to all of you.
I think we still need a roll call.
Trustee Sierra, trustee Jessberger, trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes. All right, now on to our last executive session. I'm going to make a motion to enter into an executive session per ORC 121.22G4 for the purpose of preparing for or reviewing negotiations or bargaining sessions with public employees concerning their compensation or other terms and conditions of their employment.
I'll second.
Trustee Sierra, trustee Jesper, trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I'll see you ladies back in Teams.
And Chief. Bye, everybody.
Hey, Matt, I may not be able to join you right on time, but I'll get back there when I can.
I'm here. All right. All computer glitches aside, we are back in session at 1:01. And I'm going to make a motion to approve and authorize the signing of the tentative collective bargaining agreement with the FOP, subject to the review and approval of revisions by the police chief and legal counsel.
I'll second.
Trustee Sierra, Trustee Jesberger, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm going to make a motion to adjourn.
Happy end of 2020, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll
Be well,
second.
guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
New meeting.